Deep in the heart of the forest, where moss blanketed the stones and sunlight danced through branches, lived a gentle forest spirit named Sylvan. His body looked like drifting mist and tree bark, but his face was warm and kind, with eyes that held the calm of ancient woods. Sylvan loved the forest deeply. Every morning he glided silently through the trees. He gently lifted drooping branches for hedgehogs to pass, whispered to the creeks so baby deer could drink, and patted old tree trunks to remind them they weren't alone. But one morning a strange sound echoed through the forest. It wasn't birdsong or rustling leaves. It was sharp, metallic, and loud. The animals scattered. The birds grew quiet. Sylvan, curious and concerned, became a breeze and followed the sound. In a clearing near an old pine tree stood a boy. He had a hammer and a small saw. He was building a little house out of sticks. A notebook and a handful of crayons lay beside him. His name was Tony, and he had come to play, not knowing this part of the forest was sacred and watched over by an ancient spirit. Sylvan didn't rush in. He watched. Tony wasn't mean. He didn't crush flowers or shout. But still, every sawed branch, every nail driven into bark, made the forest ache a little. That night, when Tony fell asleep in his half-built shelter, Sylvan visited him in his dreams. He showed Tony the forest, as Sylvan saw it, through the wings of an owl, the stillness of a stone, the hush of leaves in moonlight. He showed how each twig had a home, each tree a memory. When Tony woke, something had changed. He sat on a stump, opened his notebook, and began to draw. He sketched the forest as it appeared in his dream. Alive, glowing, full of secrets. Then he gently took apart his shelter and returned the sticks where he had found them. Before he left, he whispered into the trees, "Thank you." From that day on, Tony came back often, but never with tools, only with his notebook. He sat quietly, he listened, he drew, and high in the branches or low behind the mossy stones, Sylvan watched him, unseen but smiling, knowing the forest had gained a friend. Subscribe for calm storytelling and soft illustrations.